Jared Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit jaredgoestothemovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jarrett Reddick, and this is a podcast. Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
The creatures were extremely malnourished. They were very unhealthy. They seemed to be aimless. There was a lot of international pressure on us at the time, and the entire world was looking at Johannesburg, so we had to do the right thing. The government then established an aid group that started to ferry the aliens to a temporary camp that was set up just beneath the ship.
We didn't have a plan. There was a million of them. So what was a temporary holding zone soon became fenced, became militarized, and before we knew it, it was a slum.
Well, the truth is, nobody really knew what this place was. There's a lot of secrets in District 9.
So you're watching this right now, if you are, the slum that they show over the helicopter, that's really what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you're driving down the highway, they have just these fenced-in, just slums. It's the craziest shit you've ever seen. But, like, at the
Fenced-in slums?
Yeah, they're fenced in. I mean, you know, because they're developments, I guess. But, like, it's crazy. I mean, like, they all have satellite dishes, you know, on these little shacks. And, like, as you go down the each of the aisles, they have little stores there. But, I mean, there's porta potties. It's... You know, it's crazy. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before, and they're just endless as far as you can see. You know, so I thought it was interesting that they chose Johannesburg to set this in because those places already exist.
I think it's interesting that you chose to silent the J on Johannesburg.
I said Johannesburg.
You said Johannesburg.
Did I really?
Yeah, I was kidding.
I don't know.
Maybe that's from Johan and Pee-wee from the Smurfs.
Could be.
Could be. Hi, everybody. My name is Jarrett. This is a podcast. It's called Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Welcome. Whether you're watching us or whether you're listening to us in your car or while you have a run, thank you. Thank you very much for making us a part of your day. We're talking about this movie called, District 9. And I've never seen this. And I'll be honest with you. I really didn't want to watch it. I really thought it was great, though. The way that it was done was really cool. So I'm excited to talk about that as we get into the show. But as you guys know, or you may not, if this is your first listen, we like to talk about nonsense for the first 30 minutes or so. With me, as always, is Rich.
Hello.
Rich is doing well. He's on the keto diet.
I am.
And so my friends the Dolly Rots have a dog named Keto, and his diet is all dog food. And
a little different.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
He also, in his old age, has developed this tooth that just like comes out the side of his mouth, and it's like it seems like it's just getting longer and closer to his nose. He's like a Chihuahua mix kind of situation. What? He man, when we first met them,
the worst.
Many years ago. It's been at least 10 years ago. He was young in a rescue, and he hated everybody. So sorry, that's a yawn. But he would just bite the shit out of you.
Or was it a John?
You know, or it was a yawn. Yeah, that's right. God damn it. But anyway, so Rich, how's everything going? It seems like things are going good. You said you're feeling good. You're looking good.
I lost 7 pounds in 7 days.
Fucking did it, guys.
Nice.
I've worked out every single day. I have this stupid little app.
Yep.
It's called...
It's probably not MyFitnessPal.
Home Workout.
Yeah, because MyFitnessPal is the one that everybody else has, so you probably have a different one.
That doesn't actually do work. This one, like, it guides you through,
right?
Shows you exactly what to do, how many times.
Yeah, like so MyFitnessPal.
MyFitnessPal just like sends me updates all the time. It's like, your friend Katie, who I don't know who the fuck that is,
logged on 47 days in a row, and I'm always just like denied. Like I don't know when I clicked on that app.
Does it tell you exactly what to do and show you?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it was just food and
Yeah,
stuff.
I think it's just food.
Right.
No,
That's all it does.
It does workouts too.
Like
You
it
just
tracks
you
your
have to pay for it.
walking and stuff.
No, you
but
can tell it. I did this today, and it'll put it. That's not what this does. This one's is
like a
proactive.
little trainer.
It's
Got it.
It's telling you do this exercise 5 times. Let me know when you're done. It has a little timer.
Right.
He goes, so I hit click when I'm done. He goes, okay, take a break for 15 seconds. Okay, now we're doing the next one, and it says do this.
Cool.
It's actually really good. Yeah,
Nice.
It's working. So I've done it 11 days in a row now.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing the keto for a week now.
Nice.
And I'm happy with the results.
Good.
I'll tune back in on next week.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Yeah, I was going to start a diet when I got back off tour, and I forgot. And then me and Casey went on vacation. We actually didn't do bad on vacation at all. Like, we definitely didn't overeat. And we didn't drink as much as I thought we would because we each had a hangover day. And that hangover day pretty much meant that the other one wasn't drinking that day either because we were locked in our room and not feeling so good. But that's how we like to vacation.
Yeah.
My lovely wife, Casey, is here.
Hello.
And so I've been out of town. I haven't seen you in a few days, and you look lovely.
Thank
I missed you. And Silent Sean is manning the controls more and more each week. Yeah, but you don't have to be silent anymore. We even turned your mic up. That's a whole thing.
Unless we have someone more interesting than you, then
Right.
we push you off the couch.
So next week.
Yeah, could happen.
What?
Yeah,
Next
this
week.
is- yeah.
Oh, we should say that.
What?
What is it next week that we're doing Predator?
No, Gone Girl.
Oh,
Next
that's
week. So is that? Do we still have
She's
a
just
guest?
prettier, not more interesting.
Do we still have a guest next week?
Yeah. Well, I'll check.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Let's
I have
make
no idea.
sure.
I haven't talked to her in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and so whatever.
She's preoccupied
Got
with
it.
stuff.
1985 or
So it's either her or John, the bass player, for sure.
dude, that ship sailed a long
I know,
time ago.
He's stupid married.
No, coming up on September 7th, though, we'll be talking about Predator.
Lives on the 7th.
Yeah,
and then
you may
14th.
wanna, and then the 14th it comes
released.
out. But you may want to tune in and watch the podcast that live. Lex from Lex and Terry will be here.
That's going to be amazing.
So excited about that.
Yeah,
and possibly Jared Spear.
oh
Gonna
yeah,
be
that same day.
in the daycare
Wow.
that night.
He will have no idea who Lex and Terry. Oh no, they're syndicated, right?
Yeah, he
Okay.
probably has an idea. And then Lex may bring his girlfriend.
Okay.
Terry.
Full house. No, Terry's a boy.
Oh.
He was on General Hospital and shit. It's crazy.
Was he like recently?
Yeah. No. Back in the day, he
Oh,
was
okay.
like an actor. You got to see his screenshots. It's amazing. His hair was incredible.
I picture them as two completely shaved head guys that are overweight. That's how I pictured them in my head. I've never seen them.
Okay, so Lex is completely shaved head guy, but not overweight anymore. He's like
Okay.
he's a bigger dude. He looks like he'll whoop your ass.
Okay.
Terry's really tall
Oh. Okay.
and long flowing locks.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Not like long hair, but like he keeps his hair longer,
Right. Yeah.
you know. And but tall as shit, like basketball tall. Like he played basketball for some big college, and
Which-
Basketball. He played basketball.
Which is the more gravelly voiced guy?
that's Lex.
Okay.
Terry's like the high pitched one or whatever.
Okay.
But Lex is the one that's coming in, and he's going to drink some beers
I had
with
them
us.
totally mixed up. I thought that it was the other person coming in.
Well, you were wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong.
What else is going on, Rich? Anything exciting going on? You get anything to report? Like, let's get back into your life and
You're
shit.
asking about dating?
No, maybe. I just want to know how things are
I'm
going.
on the market.
I'd like to point
Yeah.
out that he introduced me, then wanted to go back and talk about you.
Well, I was going to come back around. You know?
No, he introduced me, and then
And then
Yeah.
went back to him again.
God damn it.
He doesn't give a fuck what's going on in our lives.
He went through everybody.
I was
Now he
gonna-
wants to get to the juice.
Yeah, I want to get to some. I know your juice,
Casey,
Casey.
you want to start our own podcast?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Sean goes over to Casey's.
John goes to Casey's house.
You stay away from here, sir. You come here at the allotted time.
I'm back on Tinder.
Yeah, he's
By the way,
on
Tinder's
Tinder.
terrible. I'm
Is
on
it?
Now you gotta go to
and-
Bumble. Bumble's better,
Bumble
right?
is way better. Tinder is horrific now.
How is Grindr?
Was there like a pun
Grindr
there?
is a little gritty. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
But no, I haven't gone on a date yet or anything. I'm still.
Have
I'm
you
still swiping-
communicated
swiping
with
left.
some peeps? Has anybody reached out to you?
Yeah. No, I'm talking.
Let me ask you this. So on some of those dating sites where women get to join for free,
they're all free initially.
For women?
They're all free.
They're all free.
But pretty much.
But if you want to do something above and beyond the free, then
you have to pay for the sex.
Jesus Christ. But there's some forms of communication that you have to pay.
No,
like, you
not.
can't get her email address unless you pay, right?
No. Tinder and Bumble
You're
are
thinking
completely
like
free.
Match.com.
Yeah,
or
Match.com, you have to pay to email someone.
Oh.
But no, otherwise it's just a social media app. It's just a thing. But Bumble is like the girls have to. It's like the Sadie Hawkins of fucking.
It really is, yeah.
Of
they
dating
have
apps.
to be the one that contacts
But
you first.
you can see if they match up first. So if you swipe right on somebody as a girl, it'll say this guy swiped right on you also. So if you want to message him, you can. So
But
that
the
way you're
guy
not just
can't message.
That way you're not just getting like
Until
sup
the
and
girl
dick
does.
pics.
So
pics
what
all day
this
long.
swiping, is it just a photo or does it have some information about you?
Well, there is a photo. You can go to the
How
profile.
do you fucking know?
Because I swipe for the girls at work all the time. It's so
Yeah,
fun.
I
They'll be like,
don't
I gotta
know
go do a
about this.
highlight, pick out a boyfriend
So
for
the
me.
chat room is asking me what I think of other sites. So Plenty of Fish, I'm on there too.
Is that the religious one?
No.
It's sort of the it's sort of the ghetto-y, and I don't mean that in any kind of a racial connotation. I just mean it's just kind of.
Nobody thought that till you said it.
I know,
Yeah,
but
it's
I have to
exactly
say
the way
it's,
that
it's more. I don't know. It's
Plenty
sort
of
of.
Fish was the dating app. It wasn't even an app. It was just a website that whenever I lived out on that Marine Corps base in that apartment with all those Marines, like they would pretty much just like go pick out a girl and then just everybody just run a train on her and then she'd just go home.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Like that's where all the real slutty girls came from.
No, that's not what I meant by ghetto-y.
Hold on.
I don't,
Just wait.
The people on Plenty of
Guess
Fish are
what?
not ghetto-y.
Guess
it's
what?
The site is ghetto-y.
You had your fucking chance. We're moving on to Casey.
Not in my apartment.
What do you
The
mean
dudes
run a
downstairs,
train on?
They just
like
all just they
on
just,
alternate
they
days,
just
or they
find,
would
like-
just gangbang her?
just both. It was all different types of
What?
girls. Yeah.
Then she would bang them because they're Marines, right? And like
Yeah.
I've seen Officer and a Gentleman,
Just like drunk girls just
That's
getting
what-
past
they're
her.
carrying her?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Real classy ladies.
It's like fucking like it's like girls that didn't go to college and didn't get the frat fucking part. Like they didn't get a pool cue up the butthole and I've said too much.
I didn't go
I
to
was in a
college.
frat that never happened.
Dude, I was at your frat house. Some shit
And it
happened.
happened to him.
Some shit went down. I was at your frat house many a times because I could drink for free, and I saw some shit.
How do you know what my frat house is?
You were KA, right?
No.
What were you?
No, they were fucking crazy. K's were
We had some, but all the frats were Bowling for Soup fans. Which one were you?
Sigma Chi.
Yeah, Sigma Chi with Rob.
Paul Schmaus.
No, Rob was KA.
Was it Paul Schmaus that was?
Paul Schmouth is Sigma Chi.
Where was the house?
What year? Because we were
Well, during the fucking heyday of Bowling for Soup, like 96 to 2000.
I don't remember Denton streets that well.
Oh, okay.
It was on one that was like going this way, and then there's another street.
All right, so you're swiping left a lot. Okay, get back to these things. Now, are you on farmersonly.com?
The thing about Plenty of Fish is the site itself is very ghetto-y. It doesn't feel like it was built in the 2000s.
It wasn't. Well,
So
it was like
it-
the early 2000s.
So it looks like this PC that you've brought into the thing that costs $6,000.
Right. Yeah, you're
but
talking
it's just
the
it's
memory
the
thing.
funniest looking shit ever. Like
Well, that's the BIOS. That's like the underneath.
it literally looks like this computer belongs at the DMV.
Are you
like-
talking about the outside of the computer?
No, that thing is badass. It looks like we could
No,
drive it.
the memory test was in DOS. That was not.
Oh, I
that's
had to
not
learn that in
Windows.
college. Okay, so go ahead. What else?
So
What else you got?
Match.com is sort of the big boy on the block.
You're looking for like that's like you're looking to fucking get married.
Yeah, that's
it
like
really
look-
is. If you're serious about dating someone, Match.com is probably the best bet. And then there's OkCupid, which is
Okay, Cupid is technically why me and Jared are married right now.
Is it really? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well,
It's kind of between Match.com and Plenty
what
of
about
Fish.
how's this eHarmony?
Don't ever waste your time on that.
No, because that
You have
guy.
to literally you have to fill out a whole questionnaire that takes like 2 or 3 hours,
Right.
And then you're not allowed to look at people. That you can only match based on your criteria because they're very serious about being matches.
Oh.
In personality.
And clearly that's
no
not
one
okay.
gives a fuck about that shit. Not until after the initial attraction.
Right.
They're trying to reverse nature and make it to where you know what I mean. It's
I think that sounds interesting
You're
though.
not-
It's like real blind dates. Like
Yeah, but nature, you
But
want
you see 'em
to
before
sniff
you
their
meet-
butt, right?
You see 'em
that's the
before
whole,
you meet 'em,
yeah,
though,
that's the
right?
whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do it. I watch my dog do it all the time. You know, he
Yeah.
just whether he's in the mood to
Exactly.
fucking get rowdy or whatever, he goes over, sniffs one of the other dog's butts, then he just lays down if he's not into it.
And no, I'm not on Farmers Only.
Are you? You're not.
Christian Mingle.
Damn it.
No.
Anything else going on? I mean, how's everything with the family, Rich?
No, still no word from my daughter.
No.
I text her every week and
Yeah.
tell her I love her and I miss her.
Saw a great promo photo of her the other day, and
You did?
man, oh yeah, it's great. She's got drawn on like face tattoos and shit. It is something else. I'll
damn
tell you. Yeah,
It's
And
funny
then
and it hurts.
It's like a cartoon, though.
yeah, I get that, and I don't say this shit to hurt you.
No, I'm
It's just
kidding.
the
It's
saga's
funny.
ever going,
I know.
and I
Actually-
think everybody I think everybody that listens to this podcast on a regular basis is rooting for you because you're trying, you know. But
Well, I even went just before I left. I don't know why, but I clicked on her on our text message history and it scrolled up to Father's Day,
yeah,
and it's like so cordial and I love you, Dad. Yeah, I was like, am I gonna see you here today? Yeah, we'll be there. It was just all cordial, and it's like, what are we doing? I was like, we're gonna play games, and she was like, oh, I hate playing games. And then it's like, well, it's Father's Day, and my parents are gonna be there, and then it completely just devolves. The
From there.
second that she was like, oh, I hate playing games. I don't want to play games, and then all of a sudden, she doesn't want to come, and then as a reason not to come was that what I've already
Yeah, we
talked
used to
about.
have game night, but we stopped because we wanted our kids to keep talking to us.
you know, and I don't even think she
And they
fucking.
don't. They just stay in the
I don't
room.
even think that she hates games.
But
That's
the
just something to
beginning of
fucking
the day
say.
was
you know?
all yeah, totally. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, it's I don't know.
Does she have any
I have
contact?
a hilarious joke for later.
Does she have contact with your parents?
No, not.
So
at
she
all.
doesn't even reach out to her grandparents at all. Fucking weird, dude.
But don't they like draw lines though? Don't they like not? Don't they kind of get mad and not reach out either?
No, I
You
mean
said that before.
they support me. They they know everything and they go, you're doing the right thing. Just stick with it. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
You're doing what
So,
you got to do.
Yeah.
You know, and you're trying. And I think everybody on the show is rooting for you, buddy.
Thanks.
I did see Christian's new Facebook profile. He looks great. He's all
He's
smiling.
doing well. Yeah.
You know,
He's working hard. I'm proud of him.
what is his grandma call him? Kristen.
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 Kristen. It's fucking great. Unfucking believable.
To this day.
Well, it's fucking good to be back, man. I'm happy to be here doing an episode of this show with you guys. I do need to let everybody know that this is a Matt Cardosi and Daniel Cotton production. Now, we do fund the show via Patreon, and Rich has decided that we need all new cameras again. And he's probably right. I just like to get shit to a point and just be
You guys
done with it.
talked me into these cameras. I had no say-so into these cameras.
That is not true at all. It's
Absolutely.
just that we start researching and we don't get anywhere. And but we can sell these cameras and we'll get new cameras.
Fine.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So anyway, this is a Patreon funded podcast. Thank you for your support. If you are supporting us, if you're not, hey, go give us $1 a month. You get 20% off in the merch store. Go order you a shirt. You just made $2. And that's a month, not an episode. We do an episode every single week. Our new supporters do include Andrew Flores, who's a $5 supporter. Now, that means he's going to get all of the outtakes, and it's hours and hours and hours and hours of us, like, pre-show and things that get cut from the episodes and things like that.
Yep.
John Fredericks upped his pledge from $5 to $10, which means for that $10 thing, he's going to be on our monthly Skype, and that comes at a random time. We give you guys a few days notice or whatever, and we all jump on and we just shoot the shit for an hour. And it's actually
got to do one now.
it's
We're
really
way late.
fun. That's cool. So we'll do two. We'll do two this month, right? Is that what we should do?
Sure.
Or- okay. So it really is a lot of fun, and you get to know people on there and other people that dig the show and people that you've interacted with on the website or whatever. So that's what you get for that. If you want to be an executive producer and hear your name every week, that comes at the $20 level. And let's go ahead and name everybody. Wendy Croft, Ashley C., David Dooley, David Murray, Matt Cardosi, who is one of our corporate VPs, Rodon James, Nigel, horny as a Badger's ass. Okay, hold on, let me take that again. Nigel, horny as a Badger's ass, Watson. Daniel Cotton, one of our corporate VPs. Chris, Black Magic, Whitehead. Lucy Murray, Jared Spear, Diane Small, John Gickler, who I saw at my show as I was coming out on stage on Saturday.
Right.
Last Saturday. I was in
Nebraska?
Omaha. But I think I was in Iowa.
Wait, that is Nebraska.
No, so I was in Omaha, Nebraska, but I think we drove into Iowa for the show. Does that make sense?
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Well, he lives in Iowa.
Okay, so he was there, and I saw him as I was coming out on stage, and I waved, but I didn't get to see him after. It was kind of a whirlwind of a day. We flew in. Bowling for Soup played the show. We were with Tonic. Tonic played, and then we played.
That was my brother's favorite band. Like his password to everything was
so
Tonic.
Fucking nice. Great dudes. Just awesome. And then we played, and then
Did they have more than one song?
They had 2 big hits, and actually their second record, I found out, had like 2 Grammy nominations and sold like 1 million records. So good for them. And that was back when people bought records, so they probably got a little cash left over. But then the Spin Doctors came, and we had just played, and everybody left. And I know, and I hate it. I don't want people to do that. It was weird.
Man.
But at the end of the day, it was karma biting them in the ass because their crew had literally pissed off every single person. Tonic didn't even get to sound check. It was a whole fucking mess. But anyway, nothing against the Spin Doctors. But I will say that I did keep going in the mic during our set. And
You were doing that in Mexico.
yeah. And then it was their drummer, this drummer's first show for the band. And so I would go, and he would do that, and Gary would do that Phil. And so I'd be like, okay, so Spin Doctors have their drummer. It's his first night or whatever, but I think Gary's trying out for the band. And by the end of our show, I had Gary making the band, and he was then in the Spin Doctors. And it was a really good bit, actually. I thought it was funny, and they didn't try to fight us, so I guess maybe they did.
Well,
too.
yeah.
Actually, they got up to the stage on a golf cart about 2 minutes before they went on, so they didn't know anything I said. And that's fine. Lisa Wenzel, Katie Morgan, Shawnee Griffiths, Greg Pascal, Tyler McCullough, Mark Ryan, Svi Hurst.
It's Sweet Hirsch.
It's Shui Hirsch.
Sweet Hirsch.
Shui Hirsch.
Hirsch.
What have I been saying? Svi Hirsch?
Svi Hurst.
Okay, so I say it wrong every week.
But that's fine.
Shui Hirsch.
Yeah, I never really hear it until I'm doing the edit. And I'm
Got
like,
it.
God damn,
What did
why-
What is Nigel Watson's?
Nigel Watson this week is Nigel horny as a badger's ass Watson.
I didn't even see that. When I
One
put it
time
there.
he put it reminded I forgot he put it on Facebook that being single sucks because he's as horny as a badger's arse.
Yeah.
And his fucking mom commented on it.
Josh Millman, Jason Randall, Mike Breton, Chris Jacobs, Brian Dunning, Paul Balms, Jason Wall, Bodie Cooper, Woody Chambers, who you will hear from later on in the program, Amy Pitzinger, Kirsty Fisher, Dominic Petretta, Simone Vark, who did not quit the podcast, Michael Price, Tess Green, and Brian Mason. District 9, 2009 motion picture. An extraterrestrial race forced to live in slum-like conditions on Earth suddenly finds a kindred spirit in a government agent who is exposed to their biotechnology. That is not what happened at all. It's not like this guy fucking grew a fucking alien arm and just decided to be on their side. It was
on
all
his side.
selfish the whole fucking time until the end.
Yeah.
You know, but it was always looking out for number one.
Yeah.
In fact, he hit Christopher in the fucking face.
Christopher.
Fucking. I don't know how you'd fucking hit Christopher, man. I don't want to fucking hit
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Over to Rich for his alternative synopsis.
District 9. A South African government official has to change masturbation arms after inhaling some rocket fuel that doubles as alien hormone blockers. And don't ask me what the new pronouns are. I don't know.
That's a fucking good one.
You like that?
God damn.
Roadhouse.
This movie stars Sherito Copley as Wycus Van de Murray. That's it. He's the only guy in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the guy that plays his father-in-law. Who gives a shit about that guy?
Yeah, the
Then
one
there's
girl.
the army guy. who is just out to get him.
Oh yeah, there was
You
a
know?
famous lead army guy. I can't remember. What
Is that who it was? Well,
Yeah, I
thanks
don't know,
for
but
putting
they
in
were
my
like-
notes.
Well, I mean, there were tiny parts. Really, the movie was this guy.
Yeah, he did a great job, by the way. I mean,
He's
I really
he played on the A-Team movie. He was Murdoch, the crazy guy.
What?
Oh yeah.
I had no idea.
that
So,
movie.
is
He was the best part about the movie.
Is
too.
he American?
No.
He was
Okay.
the best
I
part
think
about
he's
the A-Team?
Australian. Yeah, he was the best part about the A-Team.
I watched part of the A-Team on a plane one time, and actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of the Losers. I don't care about the A-Team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I loved.
I was
the
like,
A-Team
Chris
as a kid.
Evans was definitely the best part of that movie. He was not in the A-Team.
I liked the A-Team as a kid. I got to be face,
Yeah.
even though I was fat, but I was super popular.
Well, it's more about his charm.
Yeah, I was charming as fuck.
Right.
Yeah. They don't call him face because of his fucking face.
No.
No, it's because of his charm.
Calling him charm is a little on the nose.
Right? Oh, there he is.
See, everybody's gathering now. Don't shoot, man. You're gonna turn it into a war zone.
What is that? Is it tear gas? Is that tear gas?
No, it's cat food. It's cat food. I just distract them. Yeah, he got a bit close. He was prodding a prawn and he got blitzed. He's lost his arm. So we need a team down here straight away.
I think that the way that the first sort of hour, I guess, of this movie, the way that it's shot is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, this was sort of on the tail end of the peak of the found footage movement.
Yeah, because like the trailer for this didn't give you a lot of what happened.
Oh, interesting.
When this came out, I saw this one in theaters because it was one that everyone was like, "What the fuck's happening in this movie?" You know,
Right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it did. I thought it was great. I thought just throwing to the different college professors and this guy from the news and everybody just, had such a cool, and then just the fact that this guy had gotten this promotion and he's got this camera following him around. He did such a great job of trying to be like this, hey, we're going to make everything fine. Everything's going to be great. Like,
yeah,
everything's
acting
yeah.
knowledgeable about like what's going on in there. Like, oh, he hit it, so it counts.
Yeah, that counts.
That's his signature.
Exactly. That's his signature. What did he call it? He goes, that's his stamp or something like that.
Yeah.
Just like he hits it out of his arm. Then he's just
Like a scar.
He's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, you see, now he's ripped his arm off. You can't do that. Stop shooting. But I guess the one thing that bothered me here was they shot 4 or 5 of them at this time, at this point. And you can't just shoot them, right? Because like one bullet isn't going to fucking kill them.
Didn't look like.
But if there's 1.5 million of them at
Yeah.
this point, they would have just fucking started turning over cars and shit.
Yeah, so here's my question for you. If you were president of the world
Oh God.
Yeah.
and this happened, what would you do?
What do you mean?
Well, they're in a camp.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're supposed to be very sympathetic to these creatures being,
Right.
in this slum camp in
Right.
in South Africa.
It's not obvious. They don't make them like good or bad.
I feel like this. I feel like at this point, 20 years seems like a long time. It seems like there would have been more communication between, this guy, this guy,
There's
whatever.
refugee slums all over the world.
I
that
get
are-
that, and so the aliens that are sent in this particular vehicle are all, I guess, workers. So they're just trained to just do what they're told. That's one.
My
of the
question
things.
is, you're king of the world. This alien ship comes down.
Right.
There's 1 million aliens in it
Yeah,
of this whatever capacity. So most of them seem pretty stupid.
sure.
What do you do with these aliens?
You grab them by the
do
pussy.
you stick them in a camp? Do you leave them in the ship? Do you just say, hey, they're nature too. They
I
should
guess-
just mingle wherever they want to go.
I guess first of all, I guess my question would be, what was the point in cutting into the ship in the first place? I mean, they weren't bothering anything; they were just parked there.
They were sitting on top of a giant city.
Well, that's the thing is like they could have left. They didn't want them to leave because they wanted to inspect their technology and learn about their weapons. Like that's part
Correct.
of the story.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
so
your question is, why did they go cut into the ship? Why would you not cut into the ship? Like, why?
Yeah, I remember what happened on Independence Day.
It
That
was
thing just
3
sat there for a
years.
long time. Then one day it just blew up the fucking White House.
Yeah.
Like you never know.
It was sitting there for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Before and wasn't moving. So they're just like, well, I mean, how could you not go try to discover what's going on by cutting into the ship?
I don't know. Then I guess probably what I don't know the answer to that. I think fencing them in and that seems insane.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you don't fence them in,
Okay.
and you just let them go wherever they want, like they're
I don't
free
know.
people.
Let them go wherever they want.
Well,
But,
it's a million. Where there's not a facility
Sure.
for a million aliens.
I mean, I there's no
There's no-
correct answer to this because it's
Yeah, these people had 3
this
years
is-
to think about it.
It's never going to happen. But the thing is that like maybe you give them a spot of land and the ability to make their own community and to do that or what. I mean, obviously, like here's the thing: it's like them. There's a language barrier. There's a fucking like they don't. They're not people.
Yeah, at first you have to find out if they're intelligent and to what level.
Right.
Unless they're more like animal-like or
And they're
whatever.
fucking really intelligent, by the way. Why? And here's you answer me this.
They
why
flew
the,
here.
Why the? Yeah, exactly. Why the fuck don't they just come down here with those badass weapons and just fucking take over?
Because they weren't here to take over the planet. They were there because their planet got fucked up and they needed to just leave.
No. I think it was their ship got separated from a fleet or something.
But they were leaving their home planet because they couldn't survive there anymore. Remember when the little kid was like, "My planet has 7 moons." He goes, "No, we're not going there. We're going here."
Yeah.
Right. They got separated from a fleet of ships, and the ship that they were on had a bunch of just worker morons.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Worker morons, and then this one guy who.
But what if you let these guys down and they have some bacteria that literally kills the entire planet?
Again,
like you can't make that kind of
look,
decision.
I'm president
you can't
of the
even
world.
come back into America if you've been around any goats in another country.
I'm not
I get
saying
it. Like,
you let them.
like,
I'm not saying you just let them go free, but
put
there's-
them in the public schools.
I mean, there's
Like-
definitely plenty of you could give them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you could give them some land and enough cat food so they can fucking figure it out. But
And
I don't know.
do you understand? And I'm not saying this like I'm some brainiac. I mean, I've just recently learned this in the past few years. The reason we have racism is because of biology. Millions of years ago, when you had 2 tribes and they run into each other, if they were from different tribes, it was really easy to contract bacteria from the other one that the other one wasn't immune to yet. And so they would get sick and die. So it was ingrained in our DNA to be suspect of people that were not in our tribe. And so that's why when people have that, it's innate. It's in you. You're like, you're not like me. I don't like you instantly. That's not ignorance. That's biology.
Yeah.
But these are aliens.
You're also talking about
But
racism.
it's the same
No,
thing.
it's not. You're saying racism, meaning different races.
I'm
of
just saying
people.
it's innate in
different
us.
races of humans and different
That's
fucking
correct.
And it's
species of in general is
Yeah,
totally different.
exactly.
And it's upon us to have the intellect to go, just because we look different doesn't mean that you're going to cause me danger that I feel inside innately because of biology. We have to go, that's dumb. It's just skin color, or it's just a
Right.
little bit different culture. We have to be
That
we
just-
have to grow out of our innate biology, but that comes from our biology. It's not
These
just,
guys were like eating cow heads and looked like shrimp.
Yeah, this is definitely not the same thing. I
No.
realize that maybe that's what this movie is trying
And
to
they were going,
imply and yada yada, but
And they're ripping arms
it's not
off.
the same thing.
Yeah.
But in this situation, that you probably could contract something.
Exactly.
You wouldn't want them around you.
Agreed.
For real. So if you're president, I'm getting right back to my question, is if you're president of the world, no way in hell would you bring these aliens down and intermingle with the population, because you could literally lose the entire population.
Again, okay.
I would have left them in the ship.
Me too.
Boom.
Same. Exactly the same thing. Sorry about.
Feel free to leave anytime you want.
100%.
Or
exactly.
stay up here.
I would figure out a way to communicate that. And
We'll
that
put-
would-
That's
we'll
the thing.
maybe
If
put
they
some-
could communicate with them, they should have
We'll
communicated.
put
in
all the
first
cat
place.
food in through a little tunnel thing.
100%. You and I are on the 100% the same
Yeah.
page. I would not have brought him down.
I'll tell you what I would do. Move far the fuck away from Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
You know, the funny thing about this is that, and this is reality, is that if this were real or whatever, Johannesburg wouldn't be fucking dealing with this. America would be all up in everybody's ass and in everybody's business and shit.
Johannesburg, we're
Yeah.
gonna
We're just
take
gonna
over
take
here.
over this situation. We're just
true.
gonna step in. Everybody
true.
back the fuck up. You know, let's
And
get
we would have taken care of it and everything, and everyone would have loved us for it. That's sarcasm.
because that's what happens in everything we stick our fucking nose in.
You're like, build
Jesus
a
Christ. Well,
roof
let's get to the
on the world.
Jesus Christ. A roof on the world. That's amazing. We'll just replace the ozone layer with a clay roof.
Exactly.
You know, like a fucking. I don't know.
Something real cute. Like
I
a little
like
stucco.
Adobe.
I really like
Stucco, yeah,
Mediterranean.
stucco.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Yes, there's so many things we could do with this. Could be great. You know
Clay
what?
shingles.
Right. You know what? Over here we could put a carport lid. You know, like it'd just be. It'd be like a flat thing. Let's make sure that the water runs downward. Wait a minute. Think about gravity. Oh my goodness. You know, Jesus Christ, be amazing. Look. Again, I thought this was so great. I love though the fact that then they bring in. So again, they're in Africa, and so the Nigerians come in and they're muscling them around or whatever, and they're selling them shit and like getting them addicted to cat food and all that. And then there's interspecies prostitution.
I know.
that's
I
going
just
on.
so badly want to know what that means. And there's got to be there's got to be some weird fucking cartoon something on the internet.
I was trying to figure it out because again,
It's these things on the balls.
it's
little-
on
No,
their
but-
face.
No, but there are the,
On
but it
your
was
balls.
the
There's
girl
they don't have
prostitutes.
balls though.
And we saw that guy pee and like
And there was nothing pointing. It was just like a gusher, you know. It's like watching a girl try to pee on the wall. You know, just y'all can do it. It's just weird.
pee on a wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never peed on a wall.
yeah.
Oh
Seen it.
well.
Yeah,
squirting,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh boy.
I can just show you a little bit how it works. Basically, a cow is hung from the ceiling. You can see here. Very little of it left, of course, because all these pipes supply the nutrition to the little prawn eggs. You can do one van this way if you want, or I can show you if you want to see. Here we go. Okay, no more nutrition to the guy. And then finally, we take ours back. The little guy has gone to a nice little sleep now. Just pop him out. There we go. And pop him out here. There, you can take that. You want to keep it as a souvenir for your first abortion, eh? You can feel like you did one at least, you know? Yes, boss. Where's the team now? To go in and abort each egg one at a time will take a very long time. So this makes a lot of sense. You hear that? You hear that? That's a popping sound that you're hearing. It's almost like a popcorn. What the egg does is it pops up. You know, the little guy, what's left of him, pops out there. So that's the sound that you are hearing with the popping. You don't need that, man. Only sissies wear that. You don't need that.
He's brilliant.
I know.
He is brilliant in
I
these
hated
scenes.
it. Poor little baby,
No, I
little
agree.
shrimp man.
I agree, but just the way that he's trying to sell it as if
Yeah.
it's a positive thing, and just how he's just keeping like it's very Borat-ish.
Yes, I was thinking
a
that.
little bit,
yeah.
but also like super. I just think he's amazing
Yeah.
in these scenes right here. He's great in the
Agreed.
whole fucking movie, but right here it's just no, don't wear that. You know, and he knows that he's putting shit out into the world like everything's fine. We've got this under control.
Well, that scene absolutely makes you think. My head was just churning. Okay, they're aborting these things. Am I thinking,
Right.
is that okay? Is that not okay? That seems terrible. Population control. There's already 1 million of them. They don't even know what to do with them.
Well, so my question would be this. They didn't have bottles and things like that on their other planet. So, I mean, they've rigged this thing with a cow and a fucking, it looked like a bottle of beer or whatever. And they've figured out a way to feed these eggs that they lay or whatever. But surely there has to be something in
but there's
nature
a little-
that they would do.
There's a little fucked up nod here that's supposed to be kind of like referencing like the like Hong Kong refugee camps that are all out there, like the slums that are out in Hong Kong, and they actually do have these awful population control things that they do to like babies and stuff. And
Hong
like,
Kong or China?
it said Hong Kong
Oh.
where I was
Yeah.
looking, but like it's
Hong Kong's like a thriving British city.
but people are coming there from other outside countries.
Now that it's not British
yeah,
controlled.
and it's
I
like
got
this
you.
whole thing. Like it was like
What is Hong Kong now? Is it?
but there's all different.
It's Chinese control.
Chinese
but
now.
They have their own little sort of separate government, but there's no border anymore. So all the Chinese people from the farmlands that were like living off of a scoop of rice a day are flooding into Hong Kong to get jobs, and it's just
But it's like there and amongst other Asian countries where there are these like refugee slums where there actually is
Yeah.
population control when
Right.
it comes to human babies, and that's why this movie is supposed to make you go,
Yeah.
oh fuck! But then it's like it's really happening in the world, kind of.
I mean, that's the
Hong
thing
Kong's
in-
crazy because they had it's just a thriving capitalist city owned by the British in the middle of China.
But no longer owned by the British?
No, they got rid of it 10 years ago, 15 years ago. They transferred it over. I don't know why they did, because they're not better off because of it. But
Right.
Yeah,
And
but just this like scene in particular, I guess. Like,
yeah,
this is
I
just
mean,
something they
like,
took.
you know, population controls is a real thing. I mean, China does it, right? I mean, you're allowed to have 1.5 kids, and so essentially, if you have a girl, you just kill it.
Yeah.
You know, and then
now they're hurting because of that.
well, it bites
They
you
don't
in the
have
ass. There's no girls.
No girls.
Yeah, and we talked about Japan,
And
right?
all the girls they do have come here.
Yeah, well,
They're hot.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I get emails from them all the time.
Me
Just
too.
like,
You just forward
Yeah.
them? Yeah. Just forward them.
I'm starting to swipe right on them now.
Yeah, you might as well.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know. This has got the markings there of so it's definitely alien, but it's not a weapon. But I don't trust it. You know, I don't trust anything that.
You're right, bro. Because you're right.
So I didn't expect this to go the way that it went. So I
Took a turn.
I thought, okay, well, he's got the fucking syrup in him now. Now what?
The black alien.
You know,
Bukkake.
yeah, whatever is going to happen. I definitely didn't think this was going to start some sort of transformation. You know? I mean, that's not
if
where
you
my
think
head went.
back on the movie, it seems super silly that this happened. If this is rocket fuel,
Yeah, I didn't really understand that.
Well,
but I guess it's their
it can-
DNA that takes it to like make the weapons go.
That's correct. So it
Maybe
can,
their
it
DNA.
can be used for different things, and it takes a while for them to collect. It took him. He said it took him however many years.
it's alien
20.
science.
20 years to collect all of that or whatever. But that's also what I guess turns this fucking guy into, you know, the whole thing. The funny thing about the little one is that like
He sounded like an older
he
one.
didn't
so-
even look like a little kid. It just looked like a little mini one of the. I mean,
Right.
does that make sense? Like
He
it
didn't have chubby cheeks and
Yeah,
like
it wasn't-
roly poly legs.
No, it just looked like, hey, he's just a little.
Can you call
smaller shrimp?
aliens midgets?
No,
if that's not
no,
a thing.
we can't do that either. Man, we're just running.
Little alien.
We're running the gamut.
Little.
Yeah.
You can't call him a prawn. That's
Yeah.
That was like right.
Well, prawn's already a small shrimp.
It was
Jesus
but
Christ.
no, they were calling them
It's
prawns,
already
and that's
getting
like
bad.
derogatory, right?
Yeah.
Like
Wait, a prawn is a small shrimp? I thought it was
It's a big shrimp.
Okay, that's what I thought.
either way, I'm allergic.
In England, I'm not
right.
joking. In England, a prawn is a little baby shrimp, and they put them on sandwiches and shit.
Are you sure?
Somebody look that up. Seriously.
Okay, a prawn is a marine crustacean that resembles a large shrimp.
Unfucking believable.
Jared's opening a
Well, they also drive on the opposite side of the road, so maybe there's a bunch of opposite stuff.
Maybe
over there.
we just eat baby
Fucking
prawns.
opposite day.
I swear to God, I thought prawns were small. Google small prawns in the UK on sandwiches.
I'll do it.
Or prawn.
Okay, Google.
I think they just
Small
cut. Baby,
prawns
I think they just cut
on
them up.
sandwiches in England.
I don't know. I see a
prom
bunch.
and shrimp salad sandwich.
Right? And they're little bitty ones, right?
I mean, it might be ground up.
Maybe
No.
they're the baby prawns. It's like
Prawn
one of these guys.
Cocktail finger sandwiches.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they do.
So
They're
they have
these-
cocktail
Maybe
prawn.
they just call shrimp prawns there.
Oh.
All I know is every time I fucking go to Wagamama and order the pad thai, they fucking put that shit in there,
It's
even
kind
though
of
I
like
tell them
biscuit
not
and
to.
cookies. They have
Yeah.
it backwards. You know what I mean?
What's
I
that?
have to
Cookies and
educate
crackers?
myself to death.
Biscuits and cookies.
Biscuits and crackers. Well, a biscuit is a cookie, and crackers is a whole different thing over there.
And then what was the other?
It's not racist, though.
What's an actual biscuit that we call biscuits?
They don't have it. The closest thing they have is a scone.
Oh, scones. That's
But
right.
they don't have like what
They
we
don't
would-
have like flaky biscuits,
like a buttermilk biscuit.
No.
No, they don't have anything like that at all.
That's
But
ridiculous.
yeah, they don't have cream gravy. So like any sort of like flour, bacon, fat, grease gravy,
it's
they
just
don't
brown
have
gravy?
brown gravy over there.
I like brown gravy though.
Yeah,
It's
I like brown
okay
gravy,
on, like
but
turkey.
But no, they like you show an English person a
I
biscuit.
swear, going over there is just like having Thanksgiving every fucking day. It's just
Oh, the roast.
Only
Yeah,
it like
everything's
tastes like
just
only
very-
it tastes
That's
like
only
nothing.
on Sunday though.
what do
They
they
have
eat
a
on Saturday?
Sunday roast. Well, usually Indian food. No, it's because
I fucking
their
hate
national dish is curry.
Ugh, it's horrible.
Like when I started going over there for the first time, I'd just be like, "How are you finding the food?" I don't know. It's not really that great or whatever. Well, haven't you had a curry? And I'm just like, "That's fucking Indian food,
right?
You know, like what?" But apparently that's the national dish. And then they have Sunday roast, which is good. I like the breakfast. I just won't eat the black pudding. I think baked beans at breakfast is delicious. By the way,
It's not for
Like
me.
if you put that fucking
I'm fine
shit,
with it.
beans on toast is so good, and you can put the eggs in there as well.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I had that English breakfast. It was fine.
You got to salt the shit out of it, though.
That's the thing. So that's what I read about the differences in the food is that we put so much more sugar and salt on everything.
Yeah.
That's why ours tastes amazing
Right. Well-
and theirs tastes like it's cardboard.
That's why we all have binge eating disorders.
Well, they have
That's right.
so their thing is that they have free dentistry over there, but if you
No
want
one
to
uses
go
it.
if you want to go get your teeth just cleaned, it costs money.
Oh, that's why they don't do
But it's only like $8, but they won't pay for it. Daniel Cotton was just telling me this the other day. He was just like, "No, we can't be bothered to go over there and pay for this. Like medical shit's supposed to be free, so we don't go in until there's a fucking issue." And Daniel was telling like he's got.
I'm like
some,
every 4 days. I'm like, I think I'm gonna get my teeth professionally whitened.
yeah,
I'm doing
I
it.
mean, and that's just the thing. Again, it's a cultural.
I
deal.
think I need Invisalign. I already had braces, but
I'm
I think I
going.
need it again.
I'm gonna do
Let's
it.
see if we can get a twofer.
Really?
That's a thing.
Surely
Okay.
that's not a deal though.
I'm gonna
where
get my
they,
tooth fixed
I'm
then.
sure it's not regulated like by the government, right? Where they can put so much sugar or salt into shit. Maybe it is. Maybe that's.
No,
a thing.
I just don't. I think they're just fine with it. It's fine.
Well, that's how. Okay, so that's how the culture works.
Right.
When things are good, it's just fine. This is fine. It's good
food.
enough.
I'll eat it. I'll be
It's good
full.
enough. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, and that's what they do. Now they do Asian food amazing. They really do. Their curry is amazing. Italian food is amazing.
I went to an Italian restaurant. It was great.
Fucking
Yeah, their
amazing.
Asian food's good. Yeah, we went. We went on a date.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you meant on your
quality-
last trip, not with me. That wasn't memorable.
The quality of the meats over there is really good if you go to like an actual restaurant or whatever. But yeah, it's a whole thing. Honestly, if anybody goes to the UK and you're wondering and you're like, oh, I don't know about the food, and yada yada, just go to a fucking a kebab shop, which is what we would call a hero or a gyro, and just eat that. It's fucking delicious. You can even get it chicken.
Yeah, go to
Okay.
KFC. Their KFC is the shit.
And go to KFC. So we see a little guy, and so this is where we meet the little guy, and then we find out that like our main alien character's name is Christopher Johnson.
That's hilarious,
Well,
right?
so I started thinking about this, and so when I was a kid, a bunch of kids from Vietnam would move to Texas. A bunch. I mean, like every year we'd have like a new couple of Vietnamese kids, and they could not speak a lick of English, and if they could sort of get by, their parents nothing, right? And so they would always get to pick a name, right? Like there was this guy named he came over and his name was Tree Fong, and he changed his name to Andy. You know,
it's smart.
Yeah, and then we had Johnny Chin, who was in his name was he changed his name to Johnny, and he was in school with us. Gosh, I guess through like our sophomore year. His parents actually owned an amazing Vietnamese restaurant, super delicious. That's the guy that we. I think I've told this story on the podcast before, where we tried to teach him English wrong. So we would tell him so there was a guy running for district attorney. His name was Barry Maka.
Mm-hmm.
But we were like, no, that's Barry Macha. It means to bury your penis. So a cha is a penis. So don't say that over here. And yeah, he fucking bought it for a while.
That's so mean.
I know, but we fucking love that kid though. Like he got to go to all the birthday parties and shit. We fucking love that dude.
He got to go.
He
to
was
the
great.
What?
Yeah, well, I'm on this birthday party kick because I saw this video online where this 5-year-old invites his whole class to his birthday party at that other place that I work, and nobody shows up. And
Oh.
yeah, it's fucking heartbreaking. So there we go. Black stuff. He starts fucking bleeding this black shit out of his nose, and then his fingernails fall off. Which was grosser? The black shit out of his nose or the fingernails just coming off? Yeah, agreed. That was where it was like, okay.
I turned away.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Well, the second, like when the thumb one comes off in the bathroom.
No, I saw the first one and I just turned my eyes.
Yeah.
And I just
Oh,
did this for a
God. Well, he's testing them all out. And you can see he's like, okay, I'm good.
And
I'm good.
it has the little sound like,
Yeah. Ah, it's too much.
Muti is a South African word. Today, it's synonymous with witch doctrine and magic.
You cut it here. This is the heart. Cures high blood when you boil it. Yeah. Cures sugar, diabetes, all diseases.
The Nigerians were consuming alien body parts. They believed that by doing so, they were ingesting their power to use alien weaponry.
You must eat them. And their power will live in you.
So that's the last girl I'd listen to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, she just seems like some fucking crazy meth head. I'd just be like, you fucking eat it. I'm gonna go watch TV.
Satellite dish.
Talk
on
about
my satellite
contracting diseases you're not sure about.
What the fuck?
That
Why
just
would you
seems-
do that?
I don't know.
I mean, in Game of Thrones, like, Khaleesi with the
Voodoo people are nuts anyway, though. I mean, honestly, they do weird stuff.
You might be right.
Do you know a lot of voodoo people?
Oh, I'm just going off the Hollywood version.
Okay, all right, just checking.
What? How else am I supposed to know?
I don't know. New Orleans. I don't know.
Here's what I started thinking. It's been 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
20 years, and all of these aliens, 1.5 million of them, are living in these camps, and none of them have like made friends with people and are just like out in society.
Yeah,
and
one or two, but that's not this story.
But are they? Is that a
I don't
thing?
know.
Because that's what would happen.
I mean, how do you? I don't know.
You know.
It's just I don't know.
It's like
If they weren't so gross
on Mr. Show, it's like you're one of the good ones.
Not like
bleep,
it's not like it's E.T. or Alf. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are ugly.
Right. Fucking Alf. Jesus Christ. Like, what? Well, fucking E.T. was kind of ugly, though.
Yeah, but he was cute ugly.
Was he?
These guys are like
I don't know. He
disgusting.
looked
They got
like a-
black stuff
Yeah.
just screaming out of them.
E.T. goes back to Sean's story earlier where his friend lost a bunch of weight and had a bunch of skin hanging off his belly and shit.
Plus, they like cat food, so
I
there's gotta
seriously
be some
fear that's what's going to happen to me if I fucking try to get in shape.
No,
so
we're
you
not-
better get down with the ET look.
I like it. I'm already telling you, I'm into it. I don't care. That's not going to happen.
I'm into it.
So I love this scene though, where he's just trying to get home, right? And he gets home, and he's vomiting and just like shit's going awry. He's losing his fingernails and all this shit. And he like walks in the door, and it's dark, and he's just like, "Oh, honey, oh, I may have crapped my pants. Surprise!" And there's a party right there, like just like, I have shit in my underwear right now, This is crazy. We got this big party that's going on. And then he black vomits on the cake.
Yeah,
and tries to wipe it off.
It's that's so gross. Like all that black vomiting, all that stuff.
The guy's fucked at this point. I mean, we know he's fucked. It's
How
just
bad were you? Because I mean, this is bullet in the head kind of stuff.
I felt bad for the dude, but I also this is sort of where I started thinking that the movie is kind of stupid. Just the fact that you would just turn into one of them, like that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I don't think I questioned it the first time I watched it. This time I watched it, I totally questioned that.
Yeah, that's stupid.
But I mean, like you said, it could be just some sort of DNA-based fuel that's it's almost like Avatar, where it's all one nature thing, where it's like this is our fuel and this is our bodies, and it's like that kind of a deal, biofuel almost, where it's them, but it's not. Anyway, so who knows? And they're filled with black shit, so who knows what the fuck's going on?
Well, are they like when they shoot them?
Because when they were like pulling their shit off, it was just black shit everywhere.
Just everywhere.
It's like motor oil.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I still maintain, man, these motherfuckers are strong as shit. There's 1.5 million of them.
Exactly.
If these fuckers wanted to just, you know what? Let's walk out of here and go take over a Burger King.
Is it badly infected?
There's a lot of suppuration.
All right. Also, you should know on my right hand some fingernails were coming loose, and I had black fluid coming
He's
out
all
of my
concerned
nose
about his
and sort of a
fingernails.
black vomit. What is happening to my arm?
Just breathe deep.
What is happening to my arm, doctor?
Like this.
What is this all about?
Just breathe deep. Calm down. Stay calm. It's not my wife. It's not my wife.
What's funny about this
Shoot
is
me now.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
I'll be done. I'm done.
I mean, like it's okay. Fingernails. I got a black nosebleed. Like maybe I had too much wine. You know how your shit is like you have too much red wine and you poop like and it's sort of black. You know, you never had that much red
I just
wine?
don't look at it. I'm usually in the dark.
Shut
When
up.
you talk about red wine
usually in the
poops,
dark.
yeah, that's a real thing.
They're black, right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you have the lights on
I
in the
asked you
bathroom?
about it.
You shit in the dark?
Yeah. Well, I usually have my laptop, so it's illuminated.
That
but
is
it's
That's
the
not
weird.
weirdest shit.
No,
either.
that's fucking weird.
You have to
What's
hold
weird?
you have to hold your legs too close together. I like to spread mine out.
What?
Yeah, I like to like really get in there.
Well, we have the squatty potty.
Yeah, and then I squatty potty the shit out of that thing.
How? You're spreading your legs more than 15 inches apart.
Do that again. Do that again.
Why?
It was so funny.
That far apart?
No, it's probably like
Our
this.
bathroom's not even that big. Like
It's probably
where the
about this.
toilet
Like
is.
I get them apart pretty good.
Well,
and then I put
sit
them
like
up
I
on.
sit like a lady.
I put them on the.
Legs
You
crossed?
don't. You're a lady. You don't poop.
The side saddle? What are you talking about?
He says
I don't even-
I like him like. I like ask him. I'm like, hey, I have a question. Is this weird? Like every time. I always ask him. I'm like, why are you even married to me?
No, if I have to get ornery, I'll set the laptop down for a second.
If you're gonna,
but I'm sitting in there for 20 minutes. I'm not pooping the entire
you mean if you're
time.
gonna touch yourself?
No. I just mean if I have to like grunt a little, I'll set the laptop.
But you have the light off?
I just have my phone.
Have the light off.
all the
That's
time.
light
fucking
on.
weird.
Why is that weird?
It's a little bit weird. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but you like the light on in all aspects of
I
life.
love light.
In my office,
Like
no lights.
99.9% of all fucking people.
No.
Yeah.
I have screens on pretty much everywhere I go. It's illuminated just enough. The only time that I need the lights on is if I'm like
But I do.
folding laundry or
So our bathroom
reading
has
something.
like the individual room with toilet, but we have the overall bathroom. So I lock the bathroom door so I can leave the door open in the tiny room.
It is perhaps one of the most frustrating things I've ever run into.
Why? I don't need you in there listening to me
as
poop
a
anyway.
man, as a man.
I actually go into the tiny room and close the door.
Yeah,
I
he
live
does
by
too.
myself.
So do I. I would do
By
that if I
yourself?
lived by myself.
No.
By myself.
Yeah. And,
Oh, when
and-
you're gone, no doors are
Oh
ever
my, are
closed.
you serious? Oh my God! If I'm alone in this house, I close the door and lock it. Like
Well,
nobody's
I
coming
don't-
Not
in.
me. I don't
I
even
mean,
care
I
if
close
it's like.
it, but I don't lock it.
No, I fucking lock
I
it.
don't
Guess
know.
what?
Not
Milo
me.
can open a goddamn door, and he's fucking waiting out there
Nope, all doors open.
whole time. He is.
I get
walked out
claustrophobic in
today.
there, like-
I walked out today, and like they were supposed to be having their food or whatever, and I come out, and I'm just like, guys, you can go eat. I'm like, they're all just sitting there like, where have you been? You've been gone almost 10 minutes. You know, like we were worried sick.
You're never alone.
Yeah, never in my life ever. No, if I locked the main bathroom door and went in there and took a shit, there would be 3 kids and 3 dogs losing their fucking minds.
I go in there and do it, and Ever just stands outside grabbing the handle, going bam, 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 like it's gonna just fucking open. It just,
And I can just hear Casey out there. Like one time, right before I left, all I wanted to do, I just wanted to take a shower. You know, I'm gonna take a shower, and I just hear Casey going, "Hey, you know what? Give your dad some privacy. Give your dad some privacy."
I try.
I know,
Yeah.
but they just don't even know what the fuck it is.
They don't give me privacy either. I'm just trying to help you out.
So the nerve endings in this guy's arm have lodged from this growth, which looks like let's be honest, it fucking looks like a prawn. I'm gonna be honest. It fucking looks like a fucking.
No, they look like that guy from Futurama.
It looks like the what we used to call blood pinchers when we go crawdad fishing back in the day, and they lock him into this situation where he looks like Silence of the Lambs, but without the mask. And they make him hold these guns and start shooting these dead pigs, right?
Right. Because we didn't talk about this, but you could only fire the alien weapons if you had alien DNA and
Because everything is so bio dependent,
right,
that you can't shoot an alien gun,
right.
if
as
you're just a human being,
right.
And you would think that maybe they thought the same thing about our guns because they're stealing them and shit. But guess what? They've tried it. These motherfuckers could have taken over the world. They really could have. They can jump from shack to shack, for Christ's sake. You know who can't jump from shack to shack? Shaq.
I knew you were gonna fucking say it.
You know?
Why did we both know that was gonna be the answer?
So the dad is consoling his daughter, who's married to our hero here. How do you feel about the way that they went after him? Because it's pretty fucked up. they essentially put it out on all the news stations that he's been having ongoing sex with all of these aliens. You know,
That's
which
right.
I guess is frowned upon.
Right.
I wouldn't know. And we're not to that part yet. But where we're at is the dad just consoling his daughter, like, you need to forget him. And it's like, yeah, it's been 24 fucking hours. I think she kind of liked the dude. You know?
I'd be like really mad if you were like having sex with giant shrimp, like in some slums in South Africa.
Yeah, but what if I was like, I didn't do it?
You did recently visit there.
Yeah.
You said you didn't do it? I'd check all your text messages to find out if you're texting one of those motherfuckers.
Right, exactly. And I have not texted one shrimp. Ever.
He tried calling me.
Anton, it's me. Accept the call. I've been friends with you for fucking 19 years, man. Fuck off. What are you watching, man? Fuck off.
Will thought it was for the best because he needed help. Special medical help, and he wasn't going to get that as a fugitive.
He became the most valuable business artifact on Earth. He was the only human who had ever successfully been combined with alien genetics and remained alive.
But his real value was that he could operate alien weaponry.
Who made you grow a hand? Chucky? Fucking Chucky? They're putting out on the news, like I said earlier, prolonged sexual activity in District 9. Like, he's fucking all the aliens.
So prostitution with aliens was fine, but this was prolonged.
Right.
Here's what I was wondering.
This was way too long.
So they were prostitutes. So how are the aliens paying for the sex?
Well, cat food.
They're paying the prostitutes with cat food?
Yeah, and then it's a whole barter
Like,
thing.
what is the point of prostitution?
They get paid in the cat food, and
Why
then
are
they
you doing
trade
it
the
to
cat
aliens
food
if
for
you're not
others.
making lots of money?
That's a fucking good point. God damn it.
Casey, you're so smart.
I'm so smart. You're right, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Plus it's super weird to barter.
Intellectual dark web. With
Plus,
Casey
it's something
Gant.
weird. It's fucking weird to barter with cat food, and that's the way it smells anyway.
Hookers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There was a.
Can you tell the difference between the cat food and
the hooker?
vagina?
It's like the Pepsi challenge.
Yeah, I don't know. Here, put
Same
your
consistency.
put your walrus face through this glory hole, and see, is it cat food or vagina?
They have those Czechoslovakian rooms with just holes with cat food on the other side.
Is that the glory hole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you know?
I would like to point out,
I mean, I don't know.
younger cousin Ethan that's watching this right now.
Oh, sorry.
We just can't talk about this at the family reunion.
Got it. All right. Done. Yep. All right, guys. Here we are. It is time for 5 questions. This is a game where I'm going to ask you 5 questions. The high score is 6. And yeah, I know I'm trying to read the thing, but I started thinking about something else. I was going to be like, I was going to say we've got Woody Chambers sitting in for Ashley C. Rodon James, who apparently has like so many credits stacked up on this show because he's up for it every goddamn week. But he gives some out, and that's good. That's nice. It's really, really nice. We enjoy having you, Rodon. I know you're staying up super late. I mean, look at it this way. At least Woody is 1 hour closer to you, so he's almost as tired as you are. Probably not true.
That's okay.
All right, guys. Let's talk about the movie District 9. In the movie District 9, the spaceship that comes to the planet Earth parks over what city in South Africa? Let's go with Woody first. Woody's going to be throwing Hail Marys all night long. Let's see what he wrote. He wrote Johannesburg. Now let's go to Rodon James. Johannesburg is correct. Good job, guys.
Did anybody spell it right?
Absolutely. They did spell it differently, but I would have. We don't count. I mean, listen to me. I'm the worst speller in the world. I will never count off for spelling ever. Okay, guys. Question number 2 will, of course, be about the movie District 9. In the movie District 9, the last battle scene shows our, I guess, hero, the guy who is half alien and half human, jumping into what to fight the forces of what we should consider evil because they were being total dicks.
Yeah.
What does he jump into to fight them?
I mean, they probably were just doing their job.
The
Orders,
hint that I could tell you, right? The hint that I could tell you is it had recently been sold for 100 cans of cat food. The price started at $10,000, and then he just goes, "Give him 100, we'll take it, but we just want it right now."
They're not good negotiators.
No. Oh my God. So bad. All right, Rod and James, what did he jump inside?
Like an exosuit, a mechanical suit thing.
All right, let's go. Of course, to Woody Chambers.
I put a fucking tank.
A fucking tank would have been great. I'm going to give that to Rod and James. I was just going to say a goddamn robot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was better. Okay, Rod and James.
Technically, it's a mech.
Got it right. Yeah.
It's a mech.
Mech. All right. 2-1, Rod and James. Woody, though, hanging in there after not having seen the movie and coming in to 5 questions, filling in for Ashley C. right at the last minute. All right, we'll go into question number 3. Of course, this will be about the movie District 9. In the movie District 9, why are they even going into District 9? For what purpose is it that the humans have to go in there?
Got it.
A, do they want the aliens to relocate to another planet? B, do they want the aliens to relocate to another place outside of the city? Or C, do they just want the aliens to stop being so goddamn loud all the time? A, do they want them to move to another planet? B, somewhere outside the city? Or C, fucking keep the noise down. This is not a college campus. You know, we gave you a really nice place to live. All right, let's go to Woody first. Woody, what did you say?
I put B.
He put B. All right, Rod and James.
Yes, also B.
B is correct. That is absolutely correct. In fact, they weren't even really loud at all, to be honest. The Nigerians are way louder.
Yeah, way louder.
You know, and that's, you know, and in no way is that meant to be racist.
No.
All right, it is 3-2. Rod and James, we're going into question number 4. What a game. What a game. All right. In the movie District 9, what is the preferred food of the aliens? What is their favorite cuisine? They're crazy about it. They love it. Woody, what you got, Woody? Let's see this Hail Mary. He went with cat food and misspelled the word food. Let's go to Rod and James. Cat food, it is. All right. Okay, Woody. Have you seen this movie before?
Yeah, I do. I own the movie. I haven't watched it in like a year or two.
Yeah, or you're also using context clues. I literally just said that in like the 2 questions.
That's also true.
Yeah, okay. There you go. I'm proud of you. I like to throw that in every once in a while. All right, guys. Question number 5 will, of course, be about the movie District 9. In the movie District 9, our hero, I guess you could call him a hero, he had what body part start turning into the alien form first? Was it A, his left arm, B, his right arm, C, his right foot, or D, his gargantuan alien penis? All right, let's go to Rod and James. What did you say, Rodden?
It was his left hand.
All right, let's go, of course, to Woody. Woody, what did you say?
Said A.
A. Was A his left hand? Yeah, you both got it right. All right, very good, guys. All right, it is time now for Rich's bonus question.
All right, guys, true or false? When the prawn aliens were in middle school, fingering was probably not a thing. True or false?
I'm gonna finger bang bang you all night long. All right, who do you want to throw to first, Rich?
I don't care.
Okay, let's go to Woody first. Woody, what did you say?
I said false. It's always a thing.
Okay, Rod and James, what did you say?
Well, given their lack of fingers, I thought true. It wasn't a thing, but hey, he could be right.
To each his own, I guess. Rich, what was the correct answer?
It's true. How are you going to get those giant fingers inside that tiny little...
We don't know what their vaginas look like.
The waist are like
yeah.
the size of a fist.
They're asexual as well.
Their
so-
fingers were bigger than their waist. I don't know if they're asexual or not.
Right. Well,
so if they're asexual, they're
Rod
not
on got that
fingering
trip. Got that right.
Yeah. All right. Good try though, Woody.
Here's what that means, Woody. That means you coming in, sitting in for Ashley C. You have the chance now to answer Silent Sean's super hard question. If you get this right, you win.
All right.
If you get it wrong, you're not a loser, but you did lose, didn't you?
That's fair.
Here we go.
I like the added component of Silent Sean asking the super hard question.
Of course.
That you can barely hear it.
Yeah.
That's all.
I've turned my mic up.
Oh, you turned it up?
I turned it up.
Yeah, he's jumping in on the show now.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, in the movie District 9, how many different endings were created while filming the movie?
Ooh.
That's tough. You got to own the fucking...
Which is a Star Wars? I mean,
extra DVD.
People were
Yeah.
gonna
Well,
spoil
apparently when they were filming it, he was like, oh, I got this idea. So he just filmed this number of endings and he decided on the final
Was
one.
this all CGI?
Yeah, all that CGI.
Yeah.
One of which was apparently so embarrassing it will never be seen by anyone. I'm not quite sure quite what happens.
There
in
you
that.
go. Sounds like he's got some insight into this. All right, Woody, what did you say? How many endings?
I guess 3, but I don't really care.
That's exactly what I would have said, and I had no idea. What was the answer?
The answer is 6.
Six endings. Right.
I don't think it warranted
Six endings, and none of them happy. Yeah. He's never going to get me on that table.
Are they public, the endings, or are they in his...
I have no idea.
In the can
Maybe they're
somewhere?
on like some sort of
In a
DVD
vault.
situation or whatever. So,
could be.
Maybe.
Trying to push some units. Well, our winner this week is Rodon James, staying up until almost, Jesus Christ, almost 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a great weekend. Woody, thanks for stepping in today. We know we can always count on you. And y'all have a blessed weekend and a fantastic night, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
This whole thing's under your shack. For 20 years, you've had this fucking thing hidden down here. This is very illegal. I mean, this is a fine, you know, if they catch you with this. What is he saying about the fuel? He says, are you trying to start this thing? Are you little fuckers trying to start this and get away, eh? Yeah, you sneaky fucking prawns, eh? What? What did you say about the fixing? What do you mean you could fix me? No, listen. Are you saying that you can turn this prawn hand into a human hand? I mean, you can make me human again.
Yeah, by the way, that's a fucking bluff. Right?
I thought so, too.
Don't you think it's a bluff the whole time?
He stuck with it, though.
I love a little tiny dude.
Me too.
Like, it's like that's how you know he's really like a fucking like 5-6-year-old little kid that's in there just like, hey, look at this. This is what we're gonna do. Like,
Yeah.
shut
We're
the
gonna
fuck
fly
up,
away.
dude. Like, don't talk about it.
He's so fucking cute, too.
And he's like, hey, look, we're the same. And then he's like, we're not. I'm like, why are you yelling at the tiny little baby
Would you
shrimp?
not think that...
What?
Okay, go ahead.
We were trying to think of a name for him.
What?
Shrimp.
He's a little shrimp. Yeah, little prawn or shrimp, right?
Now-
Prawn or big shrimp.
Yeah.
He's a shrimp.
Well, so then we get to the scene where he's ripping off his skin, which is super sad. And then his wife calls him back. She wants him back. I fucking knew it. Like, this crazy fucking stinky bitch is setting him up. Oh, and she is. Oh, she's setting him up in a big way.
Yeah, that was shitty.
Fucking stinky.
I mean, it's been 24 hours, lady.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Here's the
Now-
deal. I'm going to be straight with you.
Okay.
If you disappear on some like alien screwing rampage and
Right.
you've got contracted some crazy disease and you're out and like
You're
the
making the
police are looking for you,
Yeah.
when I call you, it's a setup.
I get it.
I'm going to go ahead and just put that out there now. 'cause
Yeah.
I
You're
love
trying-
it.
There was. It was South Africa.
Yeah. You're trying to keep the house. I get it. You know, like you don't want to fucking...
Oh yeah, you left the house. You're
Yeah.
fucking gone.
I'm
That's
fucking
Rich's.
Never leave
That's
the
Rich's.
house.
That's Rich's.
Never
rules.
leave the house.
We have a friend that's going through that in the opposite way right now, and I said to her, I said, I bet that motherfucker listened to an episode and fucking
Do I
heard
know this
Rich
person?
say never leave the house. Absolutely.
So, is he not leaving the house?
He is not leaving the house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm gonna have to leave the house.
I'm fucking staying in this house.
Yeah.
Just take the
Casey,
golf cart.
Don't leave the house.
Yeah, I want. Oh no, I'm getting the golf cart. He gets the dogs.
That's how you're gonna get to your mom's house.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna
Golf cart.
fucking live in her garage.
I've heard about you. Where do you have it? Show me. Oh, shit. Come here. Come.
No, 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 please. Why are you doing that? Why is he? What is he? What do you want?
Shut up, Juana.
No, don't. Forget the weapons. Forget the weapons. Forget the weapons. What's he say? Hey, come on. What did he say? What did he want? What did he
Start running. Don't do
Show you. I go teach you.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, a couple of things here. So the kingpin of the Nigerian resistance wants this arm so he can have these weapons.
He
And-
wants the arm to be on his arm.
Exactly. Whereas all of these goddamn aliens, 1.5 million of them, already have 2 of them.
Right.
They
But
can
it's
already use
the first
these.
time
Exactly.
that they've combined the DNA because apparently they've tried and the person survived.
Yes. No,
So
I'm just
he-
saying, why haven't these fucking aliens just
There's
been like,
a million aliens.
grab hold of the gun, you're getting treated like shit,
'Cause
you're
he's-
rummaging through trash cans.
Because he's getting them shit.
Yeah, but why don't they walk into the Nigerian hut with the guns pointed at the Nigerians and say, "Give us the cat food."
Exactly.
asshole."
100%.
Because the guy's already getting him the cat food.
Or, I'm
They're
sorry.
doing work for him.
They
and
walk
he's,
in and say, "Cat food."
the government fucking just shuts him in there, and this guy goes in there and he runs everything and gets them what they need, and then like
It's kind of like junior high.
what happens in what?
I can't talk about it. All right, so then
Like a
there's
sixth grader wears a thong and fucking PE, like in the fucking and
We
you get
don't judge.
confused because you don't know what underwear you're supposed to wear, and
no,
It
that
gets
doesn't
really
happen in
weird.
the boys' bathroom.
Does
at
it
all.
not?
No.
Locker room got real weird that year.
Oh man, 7th grade.
You're
there
like
was-
shoving your fucking your Monday through not Sunday underwear up your butt so that that girl doesn't judge you.
So 7th grade, I remember nobody took a shower after athletics ever because you didn't want to see each other
Yeah,
naked.
y'all all fucking smelled awful.
And
That was
this
me.
one dude who was like he was special needs or whatever, and we were all super nice to him, and he played football and it was great, and he got to play a couple of plays a game and all that. No, I walked by the showers one day and he was in there and he had the biggest donkey dick I have ever seen. I mean, literally that thing was, it was like he was propped up on it washing his hair, like a picture frame, hey, whatever. And it was at that point where I'm just, life isn't fair, I have this fucking innie, and this fucking guy has this just huge
Why is that not
package
fair?
or whatever. Well, here's
Rich
why.
Coleman?
What?
That guy probably got older. He probably had a girlfriend. He probably had some sex.
I'm going to be honest. I guarantee you most girls ran from it and not because it looked terrifying.
Jarrett ran to it.
I can count on one hand how many times I've showered in a public or in a room full of other dudes on one hand.
Same.
There she is. I can't count on all of my digits how many times I've done that with my own band.
I know.
No, I I go to
We
the
get
gym. I
excited.
go home and shower. I don't shower at the gym.
I think even if all
that
the
time
other
I
people,
went 3 years ago.
even if all the other guys had shorter
sign up.
penises than me, I still wouldn't want to be naked in front of them.
Dude, we get excited. I think I've told this story before, but one time we were playing at this baseball field, and we were in the bus. We were opening up for Everclear, and our tour manager at the time was named Dave. And Dave comes, he goes, guys, great news. It's a group shower. And we're like, fuck yeah! And we like fucking run in and we're like, Dave, we're all going to take a shower together and we want you to film it. And we fucking filmed the whole thing. Like, and we had beers sitting in, there was like a table in the thing and we're all just, and Chris like has these.
So beer was involved.
What are those gloves that he has?
Oh, I have them too, like the exfoliating glove. Like, we like bond over it. I'm like, I got two of them. Like,
and he's like, you got to feel this on your back. And he'll like come out and like do your back and shit.
Do you know what's funny about getting like older and fatter and like all this? Like, I don't give a shit anymore. When I was like young and skinny and cute, like I would have like I was mortified to like change in a locker room. We were in Mexico and they sent us to some locker room to like get out of our bathing suits into a robe. There was a lady in there that didn't know what to do, and I was just like, "Fuck it, what's up?" Like, I don't care.
I did the same.
I don't know her. I'll never see her again in my life.
I walked into the locker room, took all my shit off or whatever, and then went back to the bathroom just totally naked.
Yeah.
Used the restroom, walked back, just fuck it. I don't care.
I don't care. My mom used to tell me that all the time. She goes, "You'll lose all your modesty after you have children." I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. She goes, once you have a whole entire room of people literally looking up until they can see your tonsils, like, you don't give a fuck anymore.
All right, so the break-in happens. This guy has figured out how to convince Christopher. They've got to go get this stuff. They're a team.
Christopher.
Again, I fucking love this.
What's his last name? Johnson?
Christopher Johnson.
Good old Chris Johnson.
I got it! I got it! Chris, I got it! Let's go! Let's go! Christopher! Oh, fuck. Listen, I promise you, I didn't know they were doing this. Until they brought me the other day. I swear to you, I did not know they were doing this to you guys, but Christopher, listen, look at me. Listen to me. We need to leave now, okay? The whole thing in you is gonna come down here. He's going to destroy us. We are there. We can do this, okay? We're gonna get out of here and rock fire!
So here's the thing. This is just me being totally honest.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on this planet for 20 fucking years, right?
Yep.
I'm going and we've got to get this little thing that you stole from the bank full of some shit. Right. And we're gonna get in, we're gonna get out, right? And I get in there and they're running experiments on some people.
Right.
Maybe I knew them or whatever. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like they're running experiments on human beings in our own fucking in the world that we live in now. If we're living in some other world or whatever, and you got people strung up or whatever,
What
and
are
they're
you
dead,
expecting?
and shit. Exactly. Like I'm just in and out.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't
he
see
could
why
have
it bothered
had-
him that much.
Well, he clearly has, like emotions. I mean, he's attached to his son. He's very concerned about, he could have been missing somebody he gave a shit about and, been wondering if that was that.
I was thinking that it was the friend or whatever, and he had told the guy, who's just like, be nice, but
No, that guy was dead there, but
he sold that fucking friend out.
Yeah.
He
he
gave
was
him
protecting his son.
He gave him the shit, hid his son, told him to hide it, and sent him to the front door, and then he hid around the corner. So
yeah, that part didn't even make sense to me. Why didn't he take it with him if it was so important? Like,
because if they found it on him, he didn't want to be responsible for all that.
what does it matter? That thing is.
It
the
took
most
him 20 years to make. They were going to catch him more than they would maybe.
And why
find
didn't you
in a
hide
hiding
it
spot.
outside of where they're going to obviously be searching?
Because they just finished
of?
making it whenever they walked in.
I don't disagree. I think he should have just walked out and why is he hiding around the back? Just walk the other way. They're all in the front.
What my first thought was whenever he was like, hide it somewhere, I was like, what does an alien butthole look like?
I did wonder the same thing.
You just got to plug it, right?
Well, I wonder if their fingers.
It
Right
didn't
up
look
there.
like there was much room for it to go in there, though. Yeah.
It's got to be a crevice or a something.
Something. Yeah.
Some type of
Well, why didn't
third.
they just hide it behind his little extra hands in the front? Just put it right there.
Yeah, just grab him
Little pocket.
Right? Yeah. Seems like there's a place. Or put on a hat. Why not?
Baseball cap.
Yeah, why not?
Inconspicuous.
I mean, why not? Just, you know what?
He's
Fuck
got
it.
a mustache and a ball cap.
I'm a Yankees fan. I don't know who everybody. They have the most money. Fuck it. Let's go. You know?
This.
Well, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that would fucking work.
Yeah, because you know, like after the fucking Cowboys lose the fucking Super Bowl, like they get all the T-shirts and hats and
exactly.
shit.
Oh my god, you're right. You're right. Actually, those don't get paid. Yeah, you're right. Those go way north, but you're exactly right. When the Cowboys don't win the Super Bowl, they're fucking flaunting them shirts. Yeah, they got some fucking hats for sure.
The fixing to fix me. Okay, all right, that's fine. How long do you need? Sorry, when just go slowly with the clicks there. It sounded like you said 3 years, like human years. What? 3 fucking years! The deal was, you go home, I get fixed. I'm a fucking medical experiment. You hear me, Christopher? I'm a fucking medical experiment, man. I'll just stay here, Christopher. Huh? I'll just stay here in this shack. And I'll see you in 3 years' time, eh? Christopher!
Everything he says sounds like a Rammstein song.
Yeah, and also, like, why hit him? Also, why hit him in the fucking face? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
It was a little bitter bear.
But where's that going to get you?
It's
Did he hit him with his prawn hand?
No,
you know, I mean, like, why not just go with him
2x4.
or whatever? Like, fuck it. I'm turning into one of you anyway. I'll go back and then I'll come back in 3 years and I'll see what's going on.
Okay, this is happening.
Okay.
He's not going to be back until 3 years from now.
That's correct.
Just go with him.
That's what I just said.
And you've got a year and a half of this.
100%.
And
yeah,
you get to experience outer space.
Right.
Other species, another planet. Who wouldn't do that? Especially if
I'm afraid
you're
of flying.
fucked anyway.
I found an issue with this.
Oh shit.
We don't know if he can breathe out there.
Oh, good point.
You know, there's that.
Well, they can breathe in there, so obviously they breathe the same air.
Fantastic point, but maybe they, you know, they also lay eggs.
That's true.
They might not breathe the same shit. But that would have been my first thing. It's like, I'm already adapting anyway. Let me just go with you.
Right.
You know, I mean, like, fuck it. Like, he can't. Look, I have an alien arm. I love my wife, but my teeth are falling out. Case, I'll see you in 3 years.
I don't know.
You know, fuck it. I mean, don't wait for me.
I mean,
what's
she'll be
the worst
remarried.
thing can happen?
But
if I get back, like, I still get my fucking ass cap back. You know, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm alive. She can't have it forever.
My old drummer's getting all my ass caps, so.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Well, we can't talk about that right now.
Didn't I tell you that I'm gonna get you? You came that day and you left with something that belongs to me.
Fuck you.
Tantengeni muntu.
Fuck it up! Fuck it up!
I told you that the day will come. You'll be running around with my prize. All I want is to eat that ass and become like you.
No. It won't work.
Once I have that power, no one will stop me. It was your turn. Now it's mine.
He wants the arm.
Yeah, what's his game plan? He's going to eat the arm.
Right, so
and
that he
then
gets the
therefore
arm.
he'll turn into...
Right.
Like, what's the historical data on this? that
Right,
he's going
this guy's
off
got
of?
it figured out. Yeah. Now, what I led into this thing, and I'm not supposed to do that anymore, but they came to the rescue by, like, blocking off this fucking... all these army vehicles, and the Nigerians fucking cut them off to get this dude, because they're fucking out to get him.
Right.
And that's why this meeting happens, right? I mean, a lot of people got shot.
Right.
You know, a lot of people.
Yeah.
To get this guy over here so that he could eat his arm.
Moment of silence.
And, like, if you could have a bionic arm, would you?
It depends.
Yeah.
If it's going to pinch my other arm at times, no.
Right.
Like, you know, like if I'm grabbing and then I get caught in, you know, because I can't even wear a metal watch. because it like pulls the hairs, and that drives me crazy.
Right.
My first little boyfriend, whenever I was like 4 or 5, only had like 1.5 arms. So he had this like cool robot arm.
That's cool.
And he'd like let us like play with it, and he'd be like, "Nyeh," like it was awesome.
That's
Did he
badass.
finger you with it?
No, I was fucking 4 or 5.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
So that's a weird thing to
that
say.
really
So
got weird
that's a
quick.
no.
Yeah. So I guess that was a no. I don't think I would want one because I'm a switch hitter. And
We
so-
know.
I know.
You were in a band.
But sometimes that's a different thing. But sometimes you want it to feel like a stranger, so you use your left hand.
There's
or whatever.
no way that's true. You're making that up.
What do you mean?
You do not want it to feel like a stranger.
No, I use my left hand sometimes because.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Never.
You never do?
No. It does nothing.
I-
It's like giving me a Novocaine shot.
What if you've been working on it for a long time and your arm gets tired?
Then I have to go take a break.
Yeah.
Walk around.
What if you broke your right
Do
arm?
you get up and walk around?
No. but
Yeah,
I'm just
me
saying.
either. What do? You just kind of
There's-
lay there?
I mean, there's
for-
obviously times you just can't. And you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
What if he uses his left arm?
Right.
Someone else's left arm.
No, my bionic
Totally
left
fine.
arm. It'd be great.
Wouldn't that be funny if you, like, a girl is, like, doing it and then you're like, I'm sorry, you have to use your right arm. Because
Yeah.
it just goes to sleep if you use
Sure.
your left arm.
Yeah. God, I don't know what that means. This fucking kid, this mini-me guy, he just starts activating tons of shit. So
Right.
the robot that got sold to the Nigerians for 100 cat foods comes to life and just starts shooting the shit out of everybody.
Right.
Because and then they're saying that like all over this community, all these things are coming to life. You know, like
Right.
this kid's got. It's like
That can't have been the only mech there was.
Can't be. Nope.
Jared's opening a beer.
Oh my God! What was that?
It's me.
That was you?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I thought it was really the beer. I was like, Jesus Christ! I'm gonna be an alien. So he gets in this robot. He figures it out. He's just like,
a mech.
God, I'll just get in this thing, and that's what he does.
We can make it! I said the ship's stopping! We can make it! Come on! Come on! Come on! Listen, you go ahead. You can make it. I'm gonna just hold him off, yeah? And I'll join you soon. Thank you, boy. And go home. You have to make it. Don't make me go through all of this and not make it. You understand? Go! Go now before I change my mind, man! Go!
Yeah, 3 years. Du was. Ik wil. Yeah, it does sound like one of those songs, Rammstein. Before this, he's all of a sudden telling him he's going to hold off, go get the boy, save yourself. But just before this, he ran like a chicken shit. Just fucking. How is he doing it with his mind?
Well, it's the DNA thing, but I think it's manual. I think you're just moving your legs and your arms.
How do you make it fire and stuff though? You just
You probably have
automatically
like
know.
a trigger or something. I don't know.
Oh, right. Yeah, like
But
Saxon.
Were you like? were you laughing hysterically when he would splatter the bodies that
Yeah.
he hit with? They
Well,
were just.
We were having a funny time actually
just like,
because
ugh.
it was like and then Everett kept like walking in the room and
I was like, go
and she'd be
upstairs.
like, go upstairs. You can and he's like, can I have my iPad? No, okay, you can have your iPad. Like
Whatever you want, just
get out of here.
That happened last time we were watching. What was the movie? we watched?
Yeah. Ex Machina.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the freaking wrist like slashing.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah. So obviously with summer over, we'll have a little bit of an advantage. Be able to get these movies in a little bit earlier. But I thought that, again, it's just more that robot thing. It's just more shit, more technology that they have.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me that mothership doesn't have some goddamn guns on it? Like, that could literally, blow a fucking civilization?
And if Christopher was obviously way smarter and a little more gumption than the rest
most
of
of the
them,
rest of them, yeah.
why wasn't he like the leader?
Yeah, exactly.
Why wasn't he like, these guys are all
Because
idiots?
being the leader sometimes
but-
makes you responsible for people.
I just wonder also
He just
if
wanted
it
to get
was
the fuck out of there.
He was basically like...
But at the beginning, why didn't he go, I'm in charge of all these people.
Yeah.
I will tell them not to all to kill
He's
you.
got the conch.
If you give us an island in the Bahamas.
I think maybe it was a thing where he is... Yeah. Well, actually, the Bahamas... There's no islands in the Bahamas.
Oh.
The Bahamas are an island.
That's what I said.
Give me the Bahamas.
Give me the Bahamas.
So there's multiple islands in the Bahamas. I want one of those islands. I said it right.
I feel like they just... Yeah, again, like, why couldn't you just
I think you can get one in Greece for like $10,000 right now.
That's probably
It's
true.
sensitive here because, I used to be Native American. And so, this whole giving people land thing is still sensitive to me because I grew up Native American. I was told my whole life that I was Native American. And then as many of you know, over Christmas, I did 23andMe and found out that I have 0 Native American in me. In fact, I am the most English person that has ever lived. I'm 99.9% English. And then I have like 0.1% Scandinavian. And I like to tell people I am English and Scandinavian. And then my wife would quickly follow up with, he's like 0.1% Scandinavian. Because I just feel like...
I'm like 10%.
You just don't want to be English.
No,
so bad.
I just feel like being a Viking is way cooler. You know what I mean?
You're not a Viking. Like, your freaking family like bumped a shoulder with a Viking one time.
100%. That's
a
it.
million years ago.
They got
Hand
like
job.
that
As someone
DNA.
who's
hand job to Viking.
As someone who's recently Native American,
Yeah.
I'm now super sensitive to this topic.
So
Yeah,
I
I
was
get it. I get
was
it.
sensitive to this whole thing. Should
I do that for the show? The 23andMe?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
But I was sensitive about this whole
I just
giving
ordered
them,
an ancestry. I should just give it to him.
giving them land and shit. And now that I'm not Native American anymore, I'm getting sunburned.
Growing hair.
I'm growing hair on my arms. No, I'm not
No,
really
you're
doing
not.
that. I'm not really. I did get a sunburn though in a really weird time, like a year ago or something, and it was like one of those days where it's like, there's no fucking way I'm going to get a sunburn, and I did.
Well, now that I'm a quarter Hispanic, I'm super excited about like making him wear like sunscreen.
I thought we already knew you were Hispanic.
Calling him gringo.
We did. She's just being silly.
No, but I didn't know for sure. Like anything, really.
Like maybe Mark wasn't your dad.
Well, that was a toss-up for a while, but I think we figured that out like early in life.
That's true.
But he does not like that joke, by the way.
That's why we tell it.
People everywhere across Johannesburg are flooding the streets, are pouring out of their offices, and all eyes are pointing up towards the sky on this momentous day. It's the first time, ladies and gentlemen, in over 2 decades that the mothership has shown any sign of movement, and people are tremendously excited. The city has come to an absolute standstill, and everybody wants to know what's going to happen next.
There's no way of knowing whether or not Christopher Johnson will return. We don't know if he was simply escaping, whether he will effect a rescue plan. And as the so-called Free Press says, whether or not he'll come back and declare war on us.
Haven't these people seen Independence Day? You don't stand under ship.
Nope.
And if you lived in Johannesburg 20 years ago, how long would it take you to leave that fucking city? Right? Would you live in a city that's literally underneath a
Well,
giant
I mean, there's
spaceship?
terrain around. I mean, I will tell you this: like everywhere you go, there's just terrain. It's crazy. Like
Yeah, and it's a super poor area. Like in this movie, like everybody, like it's a super.
Yeah, I think for me, I think less about human beings and more about the aliens watching that ship take off, and you're just like,
yeah.
The fuck?
You'd be like,
that's my ride.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you just be like?
I was just.
Wouldn't
gonna
you
say
be like that?
Yeah, totally.
You know, or you could be like,
That's a good one. Yeah. I didn't even think of that until you said it.
But we were all thinking it.
Yeah.
After that,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay.
Well, that might be pushing it a bit.
You're probably right, and that was racist, and I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
But yeah, I think I'm just thinking about 1.5 fucking million of these aliens just going, okay,
That's my ride.
well, Jesus Christ, and then that's it.
Yeah, they're all heading to the concentration camp.
Yeah, it's funny because at least when my former, like back when I was a Native American, I could look back on at least they gave us a bunch of alcohol. It doesn't even seem like they're interested in that, I mean, they just boozed us up a bunch.
It's cat food. That's the same thing.
I don't know if you can say us.
I can't say it anymore. You're right. No, I'm not. I'm no longer Native American, and
You should probably give up the beer then. Now that it's not a cultural problem.
You're probably right. You've broken rich. All right.
Waking up at normal people hours for kindergarten is really fucking with me.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I found this at my front door, as though somebody had just left it there. My friends say I should just throw it away because it's just a piece of rubbish. That couldn't possibly come from him. I know it's true.
That's it.
3 years, bitches.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So stick around for District 9.5.
District 10.
District 10. There is a District 10, though, in this. Apparently there's a 6 and a...
Well, they're moving it to District 10.
Right.
And...
he told him, he goes, don't go there.
They were planning on that being a sequel, but I don't know if it ever...
Right.
I don't think it ever...
This movie was really great. I really did like it. To be honest, I came home from Tampa today, working with Kelly on our new record. It's done, by the way. As far as writing is concerned, I was super stoked. I flew home, and I really didn't want to sit down and watch this, but I knew I had to work tonight, so... And I loved it. I really did. I thought the way that the first hour or so is shot with just news cameras and going to hear it's Inside Edition or I guess it'd be more like 2020 or whatever the fuck. I loved it. I really did. I thought it was great.
The first time I watched it, I had the same reaction you did. The second time, it wasn't as great as I remember the first time.
Yeah, when this movie was new, it was really cool.
Yeah,
it kind of seemed like it aged not as well.
Right. Well, but I can see how you... It's different. It's like the aliens, completely different. The alien problem, completely different than you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Also, District 6 is real. Just so you know.
What do you mean?
District 6 is an inner city, it says, former inner city residential area in Cape Town, South Africa. Over 60,000 of its inhabitants were forcibly removed during the 1970s. It's kind of what this was based off of.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, so that, again, that happened to my people in Oklahoma. And now they're not my people anymore.
Yeah.
So...
No, your people in Oklahoma are like Blake Shelton.
It's so fucking true. God, I'm so white now. It's weird. I feel like it's just crazy.
Well, you can just identify as Native American.
And the lady that owns the action figure museum out there.
Yeah, I bet I'm related to her for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when you see the podcast pop up, why not share it? Also, go give us a review. If you listen to this show, go to iTunes, go to Podbean, wherever you listen. Give us a 5-star review. Just say something about it. Tell us you like it. I want to, and then also share our posts. Thanks for sharing, Nigel, the horny Badger Watson, Joey Bishop, Woody Chambers, Mitch Bergeron, Radon James, Wendy Croft, Greg's Guide to New Music. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm sure it's great. Go check out Greg with 2 G's. Geraldine Daring. Sean Kennedy. He's right over there. Silent Sean. What? Jared Spear. Barry Ferguson. Chris Wakefield. Jake Bradford. Grant Hill. One of my favorite basketball players of all time.
Geraldine Darling, by the way.
Daring sounds pretty cool.
It's missing an L.
I misspelled it.
How many times have I told you Mr. Burgundy will read exactly what is put on that teleprompter? Simon Rogers, Chris Pulse, Stuart May, Ray Jimenez, and Danny Stuckey.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
Brian Mason writes, I have been listening since the podcast started, but just recently signed up as a Patreon supporter a few months ago. I look forward to the new episodes every Friday to help get through a slow workday. While listening to the There's Something About Mary episode today, I agree with Casey. We need more comedies. I would like to suggest Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I think you guys would kill a review on what is one of my all-time favorite comedies. Oh, and if you guys ever need help to fill in the casting couch, let me know. Keep up the great work, and thanks for the entertainment. P.S. I have a pool, and Jared is welcome to come over and pee in our pool anytime he wants.
Does he live in Dallas?
I have no idea.
All right, well, let's find out.
I think it's Nova Scotia where he lives. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that is far away.
With a name like Brian Mason. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. Dude, I got to tell you, Forgetting Sarah Marshall would be amazing. It's such a good fucking movie on so many levels. There's so many inside jokes in that thing. And
you want to talk about Jason Segel's penis.
And his penis is so good. It's such a good dick.
Well, except for Ex Machina. I've been going off of the list from the fans.
Nobody's buying
including
it,
this movie.
Nobody believes
and
you.
I've been alternating comedy, not comedy, comedy, not comedy, comedy, not comedy. In the summertime, it gets a little hairy because of the releases, so it kind of screws it up a little bit. But that's how I've been doing. District 9, we do have Gone Girl coming, but then we have The Do-Over, which is a Netflix comedy with Adam Sandler.
Yep.
Which I thought was great.
I heard that the new one, Father of the Year, is better than The Do-Over.
Oh, I have not been watching because I didn't think it was going to be good. But okay.
I'm going to watch it tomorrow.
All right, but there are several that are terrible by him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that us just going to that format is good. I'd rather us pick a good movie. At least something that's, you know what I mean? But we have Private Parts coming up. We have Predator coming up. Superbad. Holy shit.
That'll be a good one.
Not reschedule that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Kindergarten Cop.
Why are we doing 2 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies?
Are we? Oh, yeah, I don't know. They're not really. Okay. Technically, I guess.
Meh.
He's got to change it to something like super sci-fi. Just let it be.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, thanks for listening. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Silent Sean. We love you guys so very much. Please check out the Patreon page. Please go follow us on Facebook. We have so many other things that are going on all the time. We have a movie discussion page, TV discussion page, theatrical discussion. Was it theatrical?
Theater
musical discussion page.
We have a music one.
It's super fun. Go check it out. All of that shit. And guys, seriously, thank you for being a listener of Jarrett Goes to the Movies. And we will see you down the road.
I like you more than a friend.
But most of all, we'll see you down the road.